loves, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Leslie if you don't know me. Today's video we are doing Boxycharm Premium. I'm sure that you've seen some unboxings now, so we're just gonna do a try on. I'm pretty sure that I can use everything on my face today. Did open it already, so let me get the card out. This month's theme is Gift of Glam, and in case you guys don't know or not familiar with Boxycharm, this is their premium box. This one I believe was $35 and now it went up to $39, $40. I'm not sure, honestly. I paid mine a year out. I know they locked in the ones for the members that were already on there, so they locked in the price that you had before for like 3 months or 6 months or something like that. I can't remember, but it is a monthly subscription box. I will leave the referral link down below for you guys, so if you guys haven't yet, you can go check it out. I'm actually really happy with this month's box. We got a lot of good items. I'm pretty excited about them. So let's go on and just get started here. I did have moisturizer on my face already, so I'm not going to put anything else. Maybe some primer. This one, I believe, is a serum. It's supposed to be put in the evening, but I'm still gonna try it out just for the sake of it. This is the Peony Beverly Hills Flawless Serum. This is what's gonna mess up the price in this box, just because this thing is supposed to be $195. I've never even heard of this brand before, so we will see. It's supposed to be a serum. There we go. Oh, it's like clear. Can you see that? And it's supposed to plump the skin, according to what I read. Reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, tightens and firms while providing the skin's surface with a protective barrier. Helps retain water in the corneous layer of the skin, making the skin appear plump and radiant. So we're gonna try it just because we already have it here. Might as well try it. I think it'll be fine with the foundation, I hope. We're just trying everything out. I'm gonna let it sit and actually move on before I use the foundation. There is a foundation in this box this month, which I'm actually really excited to try. It is a Bite Beauty foundation. It is the Changemaker foundation. I don't know much about Bite Beauty, so I don't know much of their product. I've only tried like a lippy, I think, that was sent to me from Terry, from Terry's Corner. I think it was in one of her giveaways that she sent it with one of her giveaways, and I do really like it. But other than that, I haven't really tried Bite Beauty that much. I'm excited to try that out. So now that we have put the serum on, at first I did see the shininess or like the glow. It does look, I guess, plump. We'll see. I'm gonna let it sit for now, and we're gonna move on to brows real quick. There is a product in the box that we can do our brows with, and that is the Kenya Antiverse Beauty Glow and Go Kit. And I'm really excited about this palette because it has pretty much everything you need for your face. Hopefully it works out good. I have used other products from them because of Boxycharm, and I have actually really liked them a lot, so I'm excited to try this one out as well. And it does have some brow powders in here, so we're gonna go ahead and try those out. I'm just gonna do one brow real quick and see what we can come up with. I'm gonna use the lighter taupey one on the front of the brow. I don't tend to use powders too much, but we'll try it out. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's shape them up a little bit. Just look nice. And then I'm gonna grab a little bit of the dark one and start making like the... My brows need to be shaped. Can you guys tell? This is gonna be off a little bit. Not a fan of that. I might have to fix it. And I don't think it's the product that's performing bad. Like I said, I think it's just because this is in the way. It's looking kind of strange there. This is nice and dark. It is a little bit more on the more brown side. My hair is a little bit darker than that, but it's fine. It seems to be doing its job. I think once you go in with like a brow gel or something like that, just need to fix it a little bit. And then I did put a little bit of that dark one here at the front. Alright, I think we're gonna leave it like this and then just put like a brow gel over it. It's not the best. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of powder stuff for my eyebrows. So that's what it's looking like. I'm gonna run some clear brow gel here real quick, just to make those little hairs stand up a little bit, help me with the shape of it. This is nice for like a quick easy brow, which is what I kind of went for here, just because, like I said, it's easy, it's powder, it's easy to clean up as well. I don't tend to do my brows like this very often. It looks alright. I'm not mad at it. Alright, I'm gonna go off camera, do the other brow, and I will be right back. So we are back with the brows done. I did kind of fix them a little bit. I didn't use anything different than the products that I had. Was the powders on that palette, and then the little brow gel, and a little bit of concealer, and that's all I used. Face is feeling really nice and soft, so I like that. I am gonna prime before I put the foundation, like I always do. It says it's a medium coverage. It doesn't really tell you what the finish is. It's a Micellar foundation, so I'm thinking it's going to be more on the watery side. I'm going to put a little bit of this Milk Grip Primer on the center of my face just to see how it works with it. Hopefully there's no interaction with the serum. It doesn't seem like it. It's not creating anything weird. My primer's going on like it usually does. So there's nothing weird about that, and my face doesn't look any different either. And then I do want that glow. You guys know I like my glow, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of this Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand. This is in the shade Dream, and I just put it here and there, kind of where I would put highlighter on. And I did get these sponges from the box as well. These are the Elina Badro. I don't know if I'm saying that wrong. But these are $34 2-pack. So $34, that's a lot for sponges. But I'm going to go ahead and try it. I'm going to use this one for this part, and I'll use this one for the foundation. Just a little bit of glow. You guys see that? I freaking love this Tarte Glow Wand so much, and it definitely shines through the foundations usually. Of course, I haven't tried it out with this one yet, so I don't know how it's gonna show up, but it does say medium coverage, so I'm thinking it'll be fine. And it does look very pretty. Gives you that glow. You guys can see that. So pretty. I love it. Gonna put the foundation, and this is what it looks like. Super excited about this. It does look like it's gonna be a shade that matches. I hope. It did come sealed, so that is nice. We like items when they're sealed. Oh, it's not as watery as I thought it was gonna be. Okay, it's actually more on like the thick side. You guys see that? So I normally do not use a sponge to apply my foundation, but since we got those in the box, we're gonna use them. And I'm kind of just dotting these on. I don't like to put it on with my sponge, because then the sponge ruins faster that way. In case you didn't know that, because the sponge will penetrate it more if you put your foundation in the sponge instead of putting it on your face. In case you didn't know that, now you know. Now I have all kinds of dots on my face. Just gonna blend it out with this. It is very pretty. I like it. I think it looks nice. It still looks like you can see my skin through it. It looks very pretty. Very lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. I'm gonna pull you guys in closer so you guys can see exactly what I'm saying. You guys are up close and personal now. You can definitely see through it. See my blemishes here. I know, because I can still see like the little bumps and stuff like that. And I'm not mad at that. This is gonna be like an everyday foundation, kind of like a going to work kind of foundation, because it's very light, definitely very light, especially with a sponge. I want to actually give this side a try with a brush, because I tend to use more brushes for my face than sponges. So I'm just gonna try it with a brush. I'm gonna use this one here. Let's see how it works. It looks about the same actually, doesn't it? It does. I think it looks about the same. I don't think it looks any different. You can still see through my skin on both sides. It does look pretty, but it is definitely medium coverage. Actually, I would call this not even medium coverage. I would call this like a very, very light coverage. And it is a little bit lighter for my skin, but it's still pretty. The thing with me and foundations is that I don't get bothered if the shade is too light or too dark, because you can always fix it with concealer and your other products that you put in your face, so I don't get too bothered by that. I know there's people that don't like it, but I feel like you can always fix it, so it's not a big deal to me. It's not like big deal breaker. This shade is okay. Of course, I could definitely gone a little bit darker, but definitely I can see it even out my skin. It didn't cover up a lot, like especially here around my nose or my under eyes, obviously. I'm gonna go in and try to put a little bit more to see if it builds up any. I'm gonna try this side again with the sponge just to see if it covers up a little bit more. A little bit, yeah. I think if you did another layer of these, it's gonna look too cakey. And it's more on the thick side, which I wasn't thinking that it was going to. That it was gonna be more on the runny side just because it's a Micellar product. I just thought it was gonna be more on the runny side. But it's actually nice and thick. It's not like super thick like the Amazonian Clay Tarte foundation. That one is very, very thick. But nothing like that. It's like creamy, I guess, not really thick. It kind of did build up a little bit, not all the way, but it still looks nice. It doesn't look bad with a second coat on. And then I'm gonna grab the rest of it and put it on this side with a brush. I don't think that it's gonna make a difference much because it didn't with the first layer. I don't expect it to do much with the second layer. I think it definitely covered more on this side with a second layer with a brush. I can see the difference even around my nose area. Like here, you guys can see still like that darkness there. You can't really see it on this side. Still feels really light on the skin. Okay, I'm excited about that. This is a good foundation. So far, I really do like it. It worked out okay with the primer. It's not like doing anything weird on my face. It's not looking cakey or anything like that with the second layer. It looks really nice. I think if you were to put a third layer on, then it really would look cakey. It's a little bit on the more matte side. I think that if you were to not put any glow underneath your foundation, it definitely wouldn't look glowy. Because I can see it like on this part right here where I put my grip primer over here. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it does look more matte here. And you can definitely see my pores here, which I didn't do a pore filling primer, so I didn't expect it to look that way, but I was just curious. I think it looks really nice. It looks pretty. Let's move on to the rest of the face here. Like I said, this is supposed to be like a whole face palette type of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and use this for blush and bronzer and highlighter, maybe even. Because this one looks like a bronzer down here, blush right here, highlighter, and setting powder. Let's try it. Like I said, I tend to use brushes for my face, so that's what we're gonna do. Going with my normal brushes that I use for my face. So first I'm gonna use the shade Divine that's down here for a bronzer. Oh, okay, that's a lot of bronzer. I didn't think it was gonna be that pigmented. Yeah, it's nice. Holy crap. Definitely brought that color back to my face. Like I said, I didn't think it was gonna be that pigmented, but wow, that's very nice. I already brought a color to my face. Gave that face a little bit of color there with that bronzer. It's really nice. It's very pigmented. You guys can see it definitely went on really nice. It does have like some kind of glow to it, which is nice. I don't mind it. I'm gonna go ahead and use the other shade for blush, and that's the shade right here called Independent. This shade right here. It's really pretty. And it also has some kind of shimmer to it. And I just put some on my nose. Oh, I like it. It looks very nice. Okay, now we're going to use the highlight in here called Joy, which is this one right here. Oh, it gives you that extra oomph. Very pretty. So there is the face. It looks really nice actually. I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush to put on the setting powder just to set everything else in place, and that is this one down here. Let's see if it like lines up. Maybe I don't put a lot of powder on usually, kind of just pat through a little bit and add it where I think I need it. I'm gonna do this before setting it so it doesn't look all cracked up in there. I might not even set the eyelids actually because I'm gonna do the eyeshadow real quick. I don't think I like the setting powder just because it has like a little bit of shine to it. It's not like completely matte. Oh yeah, it definitely has shine to it. If you guys can see it here in the middle of my forehead, it has like a shimmer to it. I'm not a fan. I don't want my whole face to look shiny, but it looks pretty. I mean, on camera it looks pretty. In real life, my forehead right here in the center, it's very shiny. The rest of the face doesn't look too shiny, like down here or anything. but this part does. I don't know if I grabbed more than I should have, but it looks kind of shiny there, so it's alright. I probably wouldn't use it for setting my face, at least not on my forehead. We're gonna move on to eyes. I'm just gonna prime my eyes real quick. And I've been using this thing here. This is from Ace Beauty, the Eyeshadow Amplifying Base in medium. This is actually really nice. It's really close to the Anastasia one that I love so much. So I am really happy with this. I got this in my last Boxycharm, if you guys don't remember, but I have been using it. I do like it. I'm only gonna do one eye on camera, so this video is not super crazy long, but we're still using the same product from the box, which is that Kenya Antiverse palette, to do this part of the eye look. I think I can just use this. It has some matte shades in here. A very light look, just because the colors in here are very neutral, so it's not going to be like anything crazy, but let's give those shadows a try. I'm actually going to start with the bronzer shade that we used here, and I'm going to use that here. It seems like a color that I would use anyway. Give us a little bit of color. I'm just gonna be using the shades on the top here, so I'm gonna start with this one here. Alright, so I'm back with both eyes done here. This palette is a little too neutral for me. I love the shimmers, don't get me wrong. This looks really pretty, but I had to add the black just because for me it's a little just too plain. If it had the black, I think it would be complete, just because I can do that smoky eye effect on my eyeshadow. But other than that, the shadows worked really nice and pretty. Definitely more like a going to work kind of palette. I do like this because you can travel with it. It's very useful for a lot of different things. One palette, pretty much all I added was a black shadow to do this little black underneath my eye, and then the black here at the end of the eye. But that was it. I think it's a very good palette for everything that it provides you with. So now I'm going to move on to the next item in the box, which is the mascara. This one's the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. And I don't believe that I've ever used a mascara from Stila before, so I'm excited to try this one out. Ooh, the wand is nice. It has kind of like an hourglass shape to it a little bit. It's nice, I do like that. And it is not a plastic wand. Some plastic wands are good, but most of them I don't like. So let's see how this one comes up. My eyelashes, I feel like, are finally getting back to normal. I did have stubby lashes there for a while on this eye, so they are getting there slowly but surely. I do wear lashes here and there, but not that often. If you're wanting to put lashes for this look, it would probably look pretty with a nice natural fluffy lash, like the Demi Wispies. Ooh, I really like how the lashes look with this mascara. Definitely lifting them up. I did give them volume. Let's see, for the lower lash line, it's the one I think is going to be a little bit too big, but we're gonna try it anyway. Alright, it's nice, but yes, you have to be like really careful, especially if you have longer lashes. I have really short ones on the bottom. They're not really long at all. You just have to be very careful when you go in to put the mascara. But it is a pretty mascara. I do like it. I like that it gave me that nice lift. It definitely gave me a lift. So I do like that. I did add it to this one, and it really did lift them up. If you guys can see, it is a very nice mascara. I do like how it made the lashes look. I did add like 3 coats of this. If you add more than that, they'll start looking clumpy. So if you don't like the clumpy look, probably not a mascara for you, unless you know, if you use more than 3 coats, of course. Anyways, let's move on to lips. I did get a couple of lip products here. I'm gonna go and use the darker one. I think it'll look pretty with this look. This is from Evio Beauty. I haven't heard of Evio Beauty before either. And I forgot to tell you guys, the Stila mascara retails for $23, and the Kenya Antiverse palette retails for $48, just so you know. And then these, the lip duo, retails for $24, and the Bite Beauty is $44. That's kind of pricey. I don't know. We'll talk about it at the end. Alright guys, so here is the epione, well, the lip pencil. I did put it all over my lip and then just added a little bit of this from Melt Cosmetics. This is the shade Rebound and it is a liquid lipstick from Melt. I do like it a lot. I just put it like a little bit in the center so it wouldn't be too dry with just the lip pencil. So I added that, but it is a really pretty color. Very nice and glam Christmas look, I think. Very nice and smoky. I think that you can definitely wear this with any outfit, any color that you're going to use for Christmas. It's very nice and neutral and it's pretty as well. Still keeping it on the glam side. So yeah, this is the finished look with all the products from the Boxycharm box and everything worked out really nicely. Just a few thoughts here about everything. The first thing that I used was the serum. This is really nice. Of course, it's just one try is not going to tell you if it really does everything that it says, you know, anti-wrinkle and all of that stuff. It is pricey. This is the one that's gonna mess up the price of the box because it's $195. Supposedly it does feel really nice. It has like a nice weight to it. It's not like super heavy, but this is plastic. It looks like it's like, you know, fancy, but it's just plastic. It does, like I said, have a nice weight to it. But besides the packaging, if the serum actually does something, then of course maybe it is worth the price. $195, I don't know. I have serums that I love that are a lot cheaper than this, so this is not something that I would necessarily say, oh my gosh, I recommend this, definitely go out and purchase this $195 serum. No, but it is nice to have it. It is nice that it came in the box. So that's the first item there. Second item is the foundation, and that is this By Beauty Change Maker Supercharged Micellar foundation. It does look pretty. You can definitely build it up to that medium coverage. I used the sponge you guys saw on this side and it still looked very skin light. It still feels really nice and light. It doesn't feel like I have much on my face, which is really nice. I like that. It doesn't feel like sticky or anything like that. It dried down really nicely. Definitely would recommend it. Just, you know, it's a little bit on that higher price range. It is $44. It does look nice. I think it looks nice. It looks nice on camera. It does look nice in person as well. I can still definitely see my like blemishes and stuff like that, but it's not like anything crazy. Something like concealer can cover it up if you're more into really covering up those blemishes. I don't really care as long as it leaves my skin nice and even. I'm not too picky about being able to show my actual skin because I want my skin to breathe as well. So I thought that this was a good foundation. I am going to keep using this. I did like it, so I'm excited to have this in my collection. The color, like I said, it was really light, but I made it work. I think that it still looks nice with everything else on my face. The color didn't, like I said, it's not a deal breaker for me. The color of the foundation is off a little bit. It's not like a deal breaker or anything. So far with the stuff that I tried underneath of it, it worked well, so no complaints there. I'm gonna keep trying it, of course, to see if my other stuff works good with it as well, but I do like it. Good foundation. Next thing we have that I tried was the Kenya Antiverse palette. Now this is actually really nice. I do like it a lot. I would definitely recommend it for you girls that are, you know, traveling is really nice. For an everyday is every nice, so you don't pull out so many things from your makeup to try to do a face of makeup, because this has everything that you need. Of course, you would have to look and see. I'm not sure if it has the different skin tones because obviously all these colors are not going to match everybody. Like the bronzer, that is what I'm talking about, or even the setting powder, because it does have a color to it. It's not translucent, so I wouldn't say that it works for every skin tone. You would have to see on their site to see if they have different tones of this. If they do, then definitely I think it's a good purchase. It has everything that you need. It has your brow stuff, some eyeshadows for you. It has a highlighter, a blush, a bronzer, and setting powder. Like I said, it's nice if you had to just do something real quick and you can just grab this and do your full face with it. That is awesome. This is actually really nice, so I really do recommend this one if you guys, you know, are looking for a palette, something easy to go to. Yeah, it's awesome. I did like this. But the only thing that I didn't like was that I didn't have that darker shade that I needed. I wish it did have a black in it, just because you can make the look a little more versatile. I feel like with these colors, it's kind of like the same thing over and over again. If you're a neutral girl, of course, you don't need the black. Like I said, you don't need it. But I like a little bit of oomph in my looks, so I just wish I had a black. But other than that, it's a good one. Next thing is these things. These are nice. They're nice and bouncy. They don't feel hard, which I like. Like I said, I don't use a lot of sponges that often. I use them for maybe concealer sometimes. Depending on the foundation, sometimes the foundation does work better with sponges than it does with brushes. But with this one, I felt like the brush side looked nicer than the sponge side. But they're nice. They're nice and bouncy. They're not like super hard, because I know sometimes some of them can get really hard, but these are nice and bouncy. They're really nice. They are $24 though, so I wouldn't spend $24 on a sponge. I do love the Real Technique sponges, and those are like $5-6 or something like that. But these are nice. I'm happy that I got them in my Boxycharm. Like I said, I would probably not purchase these just because $24 is a lot of money for sponges. Next up is the mascara. Mascaras are hard to come by, really good ones. This one I feel like it did lift my lashes, but I do have other mascaras that I like more. I don't feel like there's anything special about this mascara. It did give me volume, which is nice. Like I said, if you do put too much, it's gonna start looking clumpy, because I felt like after 2 it was already kind of giving me that clumpy look, and then I did a third one and then they started to get a little bit together, but that's not too bad. It still looks really nice. It's a mascara. I'm not nor here or there about it, so there's that. And then last but not least are the lip pencils. These worked nicely. They were nice and creamy, so I did like that about them. Would I purchase these on my own? Probably if there was a sale, but $24, it's alright. I mean, it's kind of pricey, but they are nice and I will probably keep using them. So I'm happy with everything that I got for my Boxycharm. Definitely worth the price. Like I said, I'm not sure how much Boxycharm Premium is now. I know prices have gone up with all 3 boxes now, base, premium, and luxe. So for it going up in price, I think that we did get some nice stuff this month, so I'm excited about it. I mean, these are really nice items. I'm not mad about the, I mean, I am mad about the price going up. I mean, not mad, but upset, I guess. But it's still giving us good items. It's not like it's giving us crappy stuff that we don't like. At least I don't think. I think this stuff is really nice and it worked out really pretty and everything looked great on the face. I haven't even put on any setting spray or anything. It looks nice and glowy on its own, so I'm really excited. I did like the items and this is the finished look. I hope that you guys enjoy this video. If you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification so that you are notified of when I upload for more videos like this and some other fun videos. I hope that you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in my next one. Toodles!